Hi everyone, I'm Evangeline right here at etrailer. Today I'm going to show you how to install these Titan chain twist link chains for wide base tires here on our 2018 Ford F-350. I'm also going to talk about some features of these chains and what makes them a little different from your other options. Like, since they are twist link, that's going to be ideal if you're expecting a lot of snow or a lot of slush or even some mud. Twist link is good at preventing snow from clumping up on the chains. However, if you are expecting a lot of, let's say, ice, twist links don't quite bite into the ice as much as square link chains do. So that is something to consider when you're looking for different options for your F-350. On that note too, the tire size we have here today is size 275/65 R20. I know there's a bunch of different tire sizes for this truck, so double check your tire size real quick, and then you can use our fit guide right here at etrailer. You put your year, make, model, you select your tire size or the options of sizes, and then we have our fit guide to make sure you get the right tire chains for your tires. With that being said, the way these go onto the truck, there's two popular ways. One is you can drive onto them. The other one is you drape the chains over your tire, which is what we're going to do today. Get familiar with whichever method you prefer. That way you know what to do before you're stranded on the side of the road. Another thing to do is when you get your chains, pretty much right when they arrive from the mail, lay them out on your garage floor. Double check to make sure they all look good. You want to see if anything's twisted into each other. You're going to want a nice cohesive line all around, and that's how you know you're not twisted around. You're going to look for your cams. It's going to be these parts over here. You're going to look for the tool to tighten down those cams. That will be in your bag. And then you're also going to look to make sure you don't have things twisted around in the sense of you want your hook facing up and away from your tire. And then the flat part of your hook, that needs to go on your tire, and in our case, on the ground. So if everything looks good, go and find the center of your chains, and then we're just gonna drape the thing up and over our tire. This is pretty hefty, but it's gonna work. So making sure we didn't twist anything as we went up and over, making sure we have about the same amount of chain on each side. We're then going to make our first connection, which is going to be in the back. So in the back, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but we have this hook over here, and that's going to go into this link over here. Now this is a pretty loose chain, so I'm going to go all the way in to the tightest setting like that. Then we're going to go back to the front and repeat that process. Grabbing the chain, getting the hook, and this time our hook is going to look a little different. This is what's going to create our tension. So find a link and then pull back. I might have gotten right the first time there. And then we're going to secure that lever with this clip. And if you feel like there's still a little bit of looseness, that's when you can tighten down your cams. So you get your tool, and then I'll demonstrate right over here. Get that tool, fit it into the cam, and then you're going to turn, and that's going to pull the chains in. One, and then we're going to just go around pulling all of them, or as many of them as we feel it needs. That looks really tight there. I don't think I need to pull that other cam. Now, what I recommend doing from here is go and repeat that on the other side. You then also have your rubber tensioners. And while it looks like this has plenty of tension with just the cams, when you drive forwards and backwards, what may happen is that your chains may adjust. This also happens if you hit a rock or a lot of ice. There may be some movement on the chains. So I always recommend using rubber tensioners because then as your chains move, these move with you and they maintain all that tension. Just attach them while keeping the hooks facing out. All right, last one. Let's put it over there because that's where I can reach. That looks really good. So from here onwards, you can then drive around, enjoy your tire chains, and enjoy your extra traction. When you're looking for different options for your F-350, it's important to think about what type of situations you're going to be in. If you're expecting a lot of snow, this is going to be very helpful for you, but you also have to be mindful that you did have to kind of crawl behind your tire, crawl back in front of your tire. There was a lot of movement on the ground there. Also, I install these on the rear of trucks because that's usually where the drive is, but double check your owner's manual because that will have a recommendation for where you put your tire chains. These are going to arrive in a canvas bag. So this is the bag it came in. The tool was in here. There are 2 chains inside this bag. If you were to reuse these chains, what I recommend doing is taking off the chains, making sure they dry out. A lot of people get large totes and put some oil or lubricant in there, and that's where they store the dried out tire chains waiting for the next season. Since these are made of a steel, they're pretty strong and durable, but you have to be extra careful to make sure they're corrosion free. I like the version with the cams. They're also available without cams, or you can get slightly more premium tire chains that have assisted tensioning, so there's not as much crawling around. Titan Chain has some diamond powder chains that are awesome for that, and you can check that out right here on our website. But those are going to be more premium chains at a more premium price. If you're looking for some really good traction, especially in deep snow, and something that's not that pricey, then these could be a really good option for you. And you now know how to install them on your truck. So today, this was a look at the Titan Chain twist link tire chains as seen on the 2018 Ford F-350. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. My name is Evangeline right here at etrailer.com.